What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Variant the Podcast. What's up, team?
What up, Arris? What up, Variant peeps?
We got new plates behind you.
We got new plates.
You got new plates behind you.
What a transition.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them.
Yeah,
like, yes,
we got new plates.
Because it's topical.
Cups, pens, inks, caps.
It's topical. They're all DC characters. We got Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, and Aquaman.
Wow. It's a whole new look.
Because we got to talk about...
Whole new aesthetic. It's like a new day.
We got to talk about James Gunn because he's been doing some things with the DC universe. What's so fun? I don't understand. What is so funny?
Your transitions are on point.
It's the Justice
so
League.
Far.
It's DC related.
We got brand new plates. Yep, there they are. Look at that. Aquaman. We got to talk about James Gunn.
James, because he's the head of DC. It all connects.
It's all there.
The DC universe. So we got DC characters. We got Superman floating behind your head.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
There he is.
But in any case, speaking of the DCU, the DC universe, DC Studios, we got our Supergirl, Tim.
We do. Man, we talked about it just before coming on. The Superman Legacy cast is just solid from top to bottom.
It seems pretty stacked. Yeah,
and this was another great addition.
Yeah, we got
seemingly.
We officially got confirmed from James Gunn himself. He reposted it on his social medias. Milly Alcock from Game of Thrones,
which is kind of an unfortunate name if you think about it. A little bit.
But she is great. Anyone who's seen House of the Dragon knows she is phenomenal. What I like about, I think I said it earlier to you, I like that she's definitely known because she's a character now in the House of Dragons or Game of Thrones
I still have never seen that.
House of the Dragon is dope. I can't wait for season 2 later this year. It was really, really good.
Where would you rank it alongside Game of Thrones? Like
oh my
the
God.
mothership.
It's just below. I mean, we're only one season in, so it's hard. But gauging the first season, like, it's almost as good. I wouldn't fault someone for saying it's just as good.
Okay.
For me, it's just a little bit under.
So as far as like the quality of storytelling,
oh no,
right
it's
there.
Right there. It's just, you know, we've been with Game of Thrones for what was 7 seasons, and it's kind of thing. So as this show progresses,
which is probably one season too long.
But as the show progresses, it could be, for me personally, on par because it's not far as of now.
Wow.
Just as quality and story. Because I mean, it's just a prequel. They're going back in the past. See how the House of the Dragon came to be and all that stuff. But she's great in it. She's fantastic.
Is she like the first mother of dragons?
I mean,
that's just
kind of sort of
mother of dragons, the first.
But she's only in like the first half of season. She's in the first like 5-6 episodes, something like that, because they do a time jump and then they cast an older actress to play her, which is great. She's great as well, but. Milly Alcock, she did a fantastic job. And when they got rid of her, it's because they did the time jump. I was like, no, she's so good though.
She has a very unique look,
which I think works great because she's playing an alien. She's playing a Kryptonian.
Yeah, that's true. So
I think she's gonna be Supergirl, Woman of Steel, which is a Tom King comic book. And it's a comic book where she's off world. She loses her powers for a time being and stuff like that. So she should be interacting with a lot of other aliens. So I think it's going to work perfectly. And something that I just found out recently is Tom King is actually co-writing the script, the movie script.
Oh, is he really?
He is co-writing the actual film.
He was consulting. I didn't know he was co-writing.
He is co-writer for the script, which is crazy.
Go ahead,
and
buddy.
I was seeing pictures of him with James Gunn and stuff like in a writer's room table like several times. I'm like, what's going on? And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, he's freaking writing the movie. He's co-writing it.
A man's moving up.
Dude, for real. So that's a jump.
Pulled a Jeff Johns.
For real.
Nice.
Hopefully he stays up though, right?
Yeah. Oh, poor Jeff.
Yeah, he had a downfall a few years ago. But he's doing Ghost Machine and Image Comics now. It's all fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
I'm not concerned about him.
But the thing is though, we saw, because if you're not following James Gunn on Threads specifically, that's where he likes. You know how, remember
Threads?
Threads.
You're
that's
joking.
where he puts all his information.
Oh, he's getting some kickback from Zucks.
Some
he's getting some Zucks bucks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So remember how Zack
Ain't nobody on Threads.
It was really big for like a month.
Which is maybe why he's doing it. Nobody sees it. It's like he's dropping secrets.
It gets reposted instantly. I think he's trying to build that following maybe. It's a smart way to get people to follow you if you know that's where you release the information. Anyway, what was that social media site that Zack Snyder always would post stuff on?
Yeah, it was Vero.
Vero, right?
Vero.
It's the same thing. Zack Snyder wouldn't go to Twitter. He wouldn't go to, Instagram or anything else. It was always Vero. Now James Gunn is Threads.
That's interesting. I wonder if they're thinking to some degree on that is like it kind of there's a level of exclusivity to it. Like only like the real diehard fans are going to be seeing what they're saying.
Because you can't just retweet it or, repost it on Instagram. I mean, well, Threads is connected to Instagram, so it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they give you the little like breakout.
But nobody pays attention to it. Well, I should say nobody, but
it's not as prominent as Instagram.
If I see it and I just move right past it. I never look at it.
But they are integrated a little bit.
Yes.
That's how I see it a lot of times. I'll go through Instagram and you'll see like the Threads column pop up. But so if you're not following him on Threads and you want to follow the DC universe being built out, definitely follow him on Threads because it's almost like he answers questions all the time.
Wow, that's
too.
interesting.
So one of the things that he was asked recently was, will the new Batman movie not come out until after Reeves finished his Pattinson trilogy? And he was like, no. So it's confirming that we're gonna have two Batmans at the same time because it was all speculation, but he straight up confirms things.
Right.
So that was really cool. He even says in Threads, he's like, "There's a lot of rumors out there, but until I say it or post it on here, it's not fact." Which
makes sense.
Which makes sense, but it's cool that he kind of reaffirms all that stuff. So
I wonder if casting Supergirl now is telling us that Supergirl is going to appear in Legacy as opposed to just.
That's what I was going to say. So he confirmed on Threads as well. Someone asked, will she be appearing in Superman Legacy? That's because that's the rumor going around. She's like, the rumor's going around she'll be appearing in Superman Legacy. Will she? And he said, I never said that. So that was response was
but that's not a no either.
Right. So, but it's kind of like, is she going to have a cameo to set up for, her Supergirl movie? I don't know.
Yeah, it's neither a yes nor a no.
Yeah.
Because I never said that.
He's like, no, I don't know.
Could be true. Might not be.
Because even if he says no, it's like, it's not really answering the question one way or another.
My only thought would be that's a very early casting otherwise.
But it looks like the script is ready, it seems like, because he's been very vocal
for Supergirl?
For Supergirl. So it looks like the second movie might be Supergirl. Like, Superman Legacy might lead directly into, which would make sense. That's Superman's cousin.
For sure.
So, I mean, I feel like she has to have you got Green Lantern in the movie, Hawkgirl, like Metamorpho. I feel like Supergirl has to make a cameo.
I wonder if James Gunn will follow in the Easter egg, post-credit, mid-credit scenes.
Someone should ask him that.
Yeah, I would want to know that.
He'd probably answer it.
Yeah, let's post that as a question. Be like, hey, are you going to continue in that tradition or are you going to do your own thing?
It's curious. I wonder.
Yeah, that's an interesting question because with him trying to be so like go in a different direction, it kind of would serve to be like, hey, you just never know. We're going to do things differently.
Yeah.
Well, not just follow or like at least aesthetically following the Marvel model sort of a thing.
Speaking of doing things differently, another thing
fixing this cable is driving me crazy.
He was saying is, though they have a slate lined out, much like, any studio would do, where like this coming out, he says he's not moving forward until the scripts are good. So basically, once he gets good scripts, that's what he's going to do. Like if this one's not ready, quote unquote, he's just picking whatever scripts are ready at the time. So even though a movie might be slated, if the script isn't working out, not ready, but the Green Lantern one is, things might get bumped up, pushed back, depending on scripts. So I think that's...
Which is smart.
Yeah. I think that's really, really, really interesting. And
it also kind of speaks to that they're not going to be chasing continuity in terms of chronologically.
Yeah. He's given a lot of freaking...
I mean, Marvel didn't in the first 10 years.
They did it.
So, well, they kind of interwove it. It was yes and no.
Yeah, not within the movies. They really didn't all that much.
Like they did the origin story.
It was definitely connected.
Yes,
but it wasn't like they weren't worried a lot about it.
Yeah, like they did their origin stories and then they tied it together with the post and mid credit scenes.
Yeah,
that was how they kind of went about that.
It's gonna be crazy, but this made Matthew Vaughn, a famous director. I wouldn't say he was annoyed, but he made a comment that was quoted. I don't have the quote, but he was basically saying, this is not his direct quote. He was, I'm paraphrasing here. He was basically saying that he thought it was a little weird or off-putting that James Gunn would cast Supergirl for the Supergirl movie when a director isn't even attached. Basically being like, shouldn't a director have some say in who's playing the title character or the lead character? But like, I mean, it's very Feige of him to be like, no, I'm going to do it. I got a vision. I'm just going to build out these characters. And then if you want to be on board, you're on board. If not, you're not. This is the vision.
For me, I'm all on board with that. I think that is on his part. I think that's the smartest move he could make.
You're keeping the continuity. Yeah. Like he clearly has. I mean, he said it. Him and Peter Safran have this vision, and like he's going after it. Because there's also rumors that he's now in early stages of casting Batman for the Brave and the Bold movie. So we should get that like by summer maybe.
And I love the idea of him even creating, you know, again, like you said, it's that he's taking a page out of Feige's first 10 years, where he was hands-on in the casting of every major character. He was hands-on on every single film. What's the complaints that the biggest complaint that we all have since phase 4 began is that there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Mhm.
There's seemingly no continuity of vision, of thought. And with him spearheading and knowing exactly what he wants to do with this universe, how he wants to launch it, and the direction he wants to take it, that's the only way to go, really.
Yeah.
You have to make sure everything stops with you because you really know the ins and outs of where you want this to be. And then along the way, you're imparting that to the people that you're working with, and you're looking for people like directors that you sense as a producer who's shepherding the whole project, that you sense really understands the vision of where you're trying to take this. And so like Matthew Vaughn's comments is kind of like spoken like a true director in the modern years, where directors have been given a lot of leeway by producers that aren't necessarily shepherding some projects, not all. There's definitely producers out there that the buck stops with them still. But like the old school methodology was, you had a producer who shepherded this film, you found a director who understood the vision of the film, and then you let them put their fingerprint on it.
Yeah.
And they told the story, but it was there was an understanding between the producer and the director. And there were many instances that you could find where if a director was going off the rails and was taking the movie in another direction that the producer did not intend, the director got fired.
Yeah.
And you would see another director get brought on.
It's interesting.
So that doesn't happen a ton, but it happens.
I think James Gunn also knows, like, because what is it? He originally has like 5 years. His contract is 5 years. So he has to prove himself. So it's like, no.
Exactly.
I will take full response. Like, this either succeeds because of me or fails because of me. I don't want any
or falls.
Yeah, like, I need to know it's me one way or another.
Yep.
And speaking of, he just announced who his composer is.
Oh, I didn't hear this.
Superman Legacy.
Wait, is it a top 3?
No, it's actually out of left field, kind of.
Really?
It is not anyone you would think.
Okay. Well, just who is it?
Yeah, because it's not going to be like a Zimmer or like a Williams or anything, or XL Junkie. It is John Murphy, who he composed all of his Guardians films.
I guess that's not a shock.
So he's just
he's
just bringing everyone he's worked with in the past. But that is because it's like John Murphy, he's directed several, major films, including the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, which are massive. But like when you think Superman, it's kind of like at this point, everyone always thinks of like Zimmer or John Williams, obviously, because it's like, wow, now this guy, he's doing the new Superman theme. That's huge in itself.
Yeah.
That's just daunting all on its own.
I mean, yeah.
So is he going to pull from John Williams or even the new iconic Superman theme from Zimmer? Like, is it going to be in the middle? Is he going to go kind of like what they did with the Batman, just something completely new?
Yeah.
What?
My thought would be, I think James Gunn is smart enough to pull from Williams. I think he's going to want to separate himself from the Snyderverse. If I'm him, I'll put it like this. If I'm him, I would want to separate myself from the Snyderverse because it's the most immediate, closest thing that you are trying to separate yourself from.
Mm-hmm.
And, you're really trying to create a new footprint, a new direction. So I would separate myself from that and let that live on its own. So I would pull from Williams' version, but do an original spin on it. So I would give the nostalgic notes that draws on that.
But that's kind of what they did in Justice League, where they would put the small notes.
It came along with an absolute piece of trash film.
It did. It's just kind of tricky this time. I mean, he revealed this on Instagram like earlier today, actually. So he goes, happy to announce that my frequent collaborator, John Murphy, is scoring Superman Legacy. And then he basically says, John has been working tirelessly since I hired him, creating hours worth of music that will play on set as we shoot and use in the edit, and that will eventually be recorded with a glorious symphony for all of you.
That's awesome.
So he's been composing for a while now. So while they shoot next month, they'll be playing the score and theme or whatever.
Which James Gunn is known for, yeah.
While they shoot the film.
Yeah.
So that means the theme is pretty much almost locked in. We're a month out. So it's got to be almost there, if not there. Which is crazy.
If you've seen any James Gunn superhero films, you know that music is a major driving force.
Yes.
He is hugely musically minded as far as like the driving, one of the main emotionally driving elements.
Do you really want to taste it?
So like he's known for that on sets, having the playlists and playing them while they're shooting and stuff like that. And there's several directors that actually do
I think
that.
he's going to do a brand new score for some reason. I don't know why.
I think they would be wise to do that. But I would do what I would do is I would add little hints, little notes of John Williams just to give you those moments for that old school Superman fan. Because again, what are you trying to do here? What's your main thing that you're trying to accomplish? Obviously, first and foremost, tell a great Superman story, but you're trying to win back a fan base.
It's also called Superman Legacy.
Yes.
So it's like, you got to pull from like the legacy of the character.
Just give it little notes here and there that it's where it feels attached to what we remember, but it's also its own thing. I think if you do that's what I would try and do. But I don't know. James Gunn is a wild man, so it could go any number of directions.
We're going to probably see the Superman suit sometime by summer, I would imagine. If they're shooting next month, it's either going to leak or he's going to get ahead of it and put up the first still out.
Yeah. I'm so tired of the leaks. I hope it doesn't leak. I hope they're able to somehow keep tight reins on this thing.
It seems like when they're shooting in the studio, but once they have to do outside scenes, it's impossible. With drones and cameras and everything now, it's impossible.
Those long telephoto lenses, man.
I mean, look at Deadpool. How many freaking things that we got spoiled for that because they had to shoot outside.
Yeah. That is another one of those big ones where it's just like, guys, just let it.
If I was him, I would just get ahead of it though. Be like, here's the first picture, put it on his Threads account or whatever he wants to do, and then just put it out there.
I mean, that's probably what he's going to do, but I just hope it happens in his time.
Yeah.
Like not just blown up for them. It just ruins the fun of it.
Yeah, it does. Not seeing the official thing. Plus, it's just, I mean, kind of what they did with Cavill when he was supposed to return to Black Adam. They put an official picture out. I mean, that was spoiled.
I think that was intentional.
Yeah, it was spoiled, but it was still cool getting an official picture.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's no matter what, I think James Gunn, so far, the casting is solid, and I think he's taking the exact right approach to building out this new
so much is weighing on the shoulders of this film. Literally the future of the rest of their universe. Because if it doesn't do well,
but what we're seeing so far, I'm increasingly encouraged that this is.
I'm excited.
It's going to be a good first step forward.
I'm very optimistic.
Yeah,
I'm so
because it feels like he's really putting thought into it, not just because there's one thing to put effort into something, but it's like, is there a thoughtful approach to the overall project? It seems like it is.
The last thing I'll say that he said is also there will be no touch on his origin. He's like, nope, this is just everyone knows. We're not touching on it at all. Just he's an alien who has superpowers.
Right.
So that's it. So that's cool.
Yeah, we don't need to revisit it.
I don't even think we're gonna get like a BVS. You know how at the beginning of BVS, Snyder did like that quick montage, which was very smart.
Yeah, it was
but
good.
I don't even think we're gonna get something like that. Because it's like who doesn't know that Superman's an alien from another world that exploded and it just defends Earth.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. It'd be cool. I think it'll be cool.
It is. I think so too.
But keep it in DC because DC seems to be the only place putting out news because Marvel's kind of like just all eggs are in Deadpool 3. That's like everything's there. They're not really announcing much at all.
Especially for 2024.
That's what I'm saying. They're just, everyone's just waiting for the Deadpool trailer. And that's going to be Marvel's drive. Yeah. That's going to be Marvel's driving force for sure. But Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is making waves and not for good reason, Tim. Not for good reason. So we all know that Suicide Kill the Justice League was going to be the Suicide Squad Killing Justice League. It's the title of the game. Duh. But we were also under the assumption that this was going to be Kevin Conroy's last performance as Batman as he passed about 2 years ago. Yep. And he's like the most beloved Batman of all time. He's played Batman easily the most amount of times. So in the game, we knew that he was going to die because Kill the Justice League. They decided to kill him by being brainwashed. And then Harley Quinn literally just comes up to his head, shoots him in the face. That's it.
Right.
Like literally just that's it. He's brainwashed, comes up, and like it was so like the whole game, to be fair, is so anticlimactic. The Flash dies by getting shot. Superman dies by getting shot. Superman dies by getting shot. I don't know. Even the Flash. It's just
wait,
crazy.
what?
Yes.
How does that work?
I don't even know, Tim.
I didn't hear that one.
Flash died.
I heard about Batman. I heard about the Flash, but I didn't hear about
most of these characters. Is just boom, dead. Man of Steel, gunshot. Really makes no sense, and it's not even like a crazy gunshot. It's just like,
is it a kryptonite?
No, I mean they're wearing golden kryptonite. But like Superman literally catches a golden kryptonite boomerang and just crushes it. So clearly it's not affecting him. So it's like, I don't even, and then dead. Yeah, it's crazy.
How does that freaking work?
I don't know. But in any case,
I haven't heard good things about this game in general. Like
even Ashley's like, how do you kill Superman with a gunshot? Yeah, it's
like,
it's bizarre.
And this is WB Games.
Yes.
Well, okay, wait a second. Have you played the game?
No, but I've watched a lot of the clips, like all like the gameplay.
I haven't heard anything good about it. I've heard a lot of complaints.
It's because it's so one of the bits when they kill the Flash literally says, "I'm a god, I'm faster than time." Then literally seconds after that, Captain Boomerang is able to shoot him. He says he's faster than time, and then they're able to shoot him.
Good.
So you're faster than time, but you're not faster than bullet time. Got it. Okay.
He's trapped in the Matrix.
Yeah, it makes I don't
nice.
know. But in any case, all the deaths are really lame, and everyone's in an uproar.
Are all the deaths in like little are in the clips, or whatever you call them?
What? They're cinematic.
Cinematic.
So you kill the character, then it cuts to like a cinematic. Yeah. So in the game, you have to be the person to shoot and kill them, but then it'll cut to like a cinematic of the characters. Like after you kill the Flash, Captain Boomerang comes up to the Flash, whoops out his hog, and pees on him.
Stop.
Yeah. But I say hog because Deadshot comes up to him and was like, oh, well, I guess you had to have something going on for you, because alluding to he's not a good person, so he has to be blessed in other areas. Yeah.
So there's like, they go full Boogie Nights.
Yeah, it's legit. So like he's peeing on him, he's like, you can't. He's like, oh, whoa. And then they make a joke like, oh, well, I guess you had to have something going for you.
All right.
You know what I mean? So like, so it's just kind of weird all the way around. But
Big D Boomerang.
Yeah, going back to Batman though, they just killed Kevin Conroy Batman. That's like that simply with Harley Quinn just shooting him in the head. He dies just like that. So 2 days go by. Warner Brothers is like, hey guys, that's not Kevin Conroy's last time as playing Batman, which I call BS. I think it was supposed to. They were doing damage control. This is just my personal theory.
Because the outrage of like, how can this be his last?
For like a year, everyone was saying this is his last performance. No, they never corrected it. No one at Warner Brothers DC never said a thing. They're just like let it ride. The moment everyone's in an uproar on how they killed him off because this is Kevin Conroy's last performance as Batman,
right?
A day later or whatever, they're like, wait. No, see, when Justice League Infinite Crisis comes out, Part 3, he's gonna voice B-Taz Batman, the Batman we all love him for, and that will be his last performance.
Which is amazing.
So it's coming full circle. But I feel like that's damage control. I could be wrong.
I mean, it couldn't be damage control per se, because they had him shoot that whole thing.
Well, this is what we're saying.
So the timing was just jacked up?
Well, a lot of people are saying they're doing the Mark Hamill thing, where they use the AI and they just take, because he's, Kevin Conroy first and foremost is a voice actor. So he has like millions of hours of like recorded history as Batman. So they're saying they put that into an algorithm and it did the young Mark Hamill thing they did for The Mandalorian.
So he didn't actually do the voice performance for this film?
I can't say here. This is all rumor. He may have. You may be right. He may have recorded it.
Right.
But a lot of fans are theorizing that they're just going to do the Mark Hamill thing because it's like, it seems too convenient, which I kind of agree with. Once everyone's pissed off, they're like, hey, guys, no, this is his actual last performance. So he could have.
Well, because the question mark that I would have is the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League was delayed multiple times.
Yeah.
It took forever for this game to come out.
Yeah.
I would like to know, because animated films also take quite a while to produce.
So he could have recorded this way before he died.
And he passed away how long ago was it? It was 22, right?
I believe, yeah.
I mean, it's definitely possible. It's a while, but it's definitely possible. Animated films usually take about 3 years. With AI
and all that stuff now, it is also extremely easy for them to just mimic a voice.
Yeah.
Especially because we watch the behind the scenes for The Mandalorian. All they did is take all of young Mark Hamill's recorded lines, put it in a computer,
right,
and it made his voice, young Luke Skywalker's voice, like almost perfectly.
Which is insane.
Yeah. So
yeah, I wonder which one it is.
I don't know. I mean,
because I would really like to believe that he recorded.
Yeah, like he actually did it.
The final.
Because it would also be kind of like,
and I think
icky if they're only doing that to like, oh wait, you didn't like that, so we'll artificially give you him as a last performance.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose to believe that's not the case, because that would be kind of like
I feel like if it's not, it'll come out, and that will not be a good look.
Yeah, maybe he did. I'll be optimistic on this one.
I'm really optimistic also, yeah. Because I'd also imagine that that's probably not going to be a small voice performance.
Well, because it's, the Infinite Crisis, it deals with, alternate versions. So I don't know. I think IGN is the one who got to break the exclusive news. And they were basically just saying BTAS Batman will show up as one of the versions of Batman, and it'll be Kevin Conroy's last time voicing him. I mean, either way, it's cool that like he started with Batman animated series Batman, and now he's gonna end. Like there's nothing more like that's such a full circle moment. It makes all the sense.
Even if they took vocal performances and the intention was to pay honor, like to honor him, and to pay tribute to him, and they took vocal performances from Batman the Animated Series and inserted it into this new movie. I mean, that's still kind of cool.
Did I tell you Kevin Conroy made me cry?
No.
This is a real thing.
In real life?
No, a freaking like cameo video. Ryan actually sent it to me. I'm like, it choked me up.
Oh.
So he was on Cameo, and you could pay him to, at the time do stuff. So I guess this person paid him. This person lost someone. So Kevin Conroy was telling talking about like love, and he's like, the only reason why it hurts so much is because you actually love them, and that's beautiful. I'm not gonna go on the whole thing because I'm getting choked up talking about. I'm like, that he put it in such a poetic way where I was like, oh my God, you are Batman. Like I'm like legitimately, I'm like, that was actually a beautiful way of putting it. Where like it only hurts because of how much you love them, and that's a gift. And he goes on this long thing, and he said it way more eloquent than I could. Right. But I'm like, oh my God, Kevin, we love you, Kevin. We miss you, man. So good, so good. I'm getting choked up thinking about it, Tim. Get choked up.
That's a good thing to be choked up about. But yeah, I do hope that it. I want to believe that it was, but even if that's a great way to pay tribute to the man and the performances that he gave to Batman and to the fan base.
As long, because now I'm like, now the more I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, that if it comes out that it's AI and it's like greedy corporation stuff, that could like doom DC.
I mean, because not if they tell everyone, listen. He did certain vocal performances, and we wanted to pay tribute to him. We didn't want that to be the last. This was our intent.
But this is the thing. In the Suicide Squad game, they gave a tribute at the end credits. Like they did the whole in honor of Kevin Conroy.
Well, they may have said we didn't know he was going to pass away when we shot this. We didn't know that this was this being his last performance. We didn't know this was going to be his last performance. So that being the case, we didn't want that. So this is what we did, and we're doing this to pay tribute to him. We think it's only fair to him. If they do it that way, then I think everyone will be not just okay with it. I think it'll be like, that's awesome.
Yeah. I think a lot of people will just be so happy that that's how he. Oh, that's the other freaking thing. So I forgot this. So the Bruce Timm, Matt Reeves Batman animated series that Prime actually bought, which is still really, I don't know how DC let it go away. He did voice for that already.
Oh, he did manage,
but they can't confirm whether he's voicing Batman. It is confirmed that he did record dialogue, but we don't know if it was for Batman. Which to me, I'm like, how do you
Bruce Wayne?
I don't. Well, it's like one and the same, Bruce Wayne / Batman. But it was weird. It was on the.
Well, he did two different voices though for Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Right, but what they're saying is like Bruce Wayne / Batman, just Batman in general. And I don't. But it's like, how would you voice exactly? I'm like, so they got confirmation that he did do recordings for the show, which is going to come out on Prime later this year or next year. But they don't know or can't say if it's as Batman.
So was the intention not to have Conroy be Bruce Wayne Batman and have someone else be voice Bruce Wayne Batman, he just appeared as
just like a kind of a nod?
Yeah, kind of a nod.
It's all
to
speculation right now. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I guess it would make, because this Batman is going to be a much younger Batman. Cape Crusader, it's in his earlier years, kind of more noir detective comics Batman. So maybe Bruce Timm's intent was never to have him come back, but he's like, I'm going to have him do maybe a villain or what if he did Alfred?
That would be neat.
Oh man,
that would be a full circle thing too. That would be kind of cool.
That would be
I just originally thought that the intention was that to bring back the full cast for it, the original cast. Like Mark Hamill was going to be the Joker and the whole bit.
No. Did you know? As going off this, Mark, it got to a point where Mark Hamill, whenever they asked him to play the Joker, he would only ask one thing. He goes, "Is Kevin coming back?" And if they're like, "No," he's like, "Then no." He's like, "I don't even need to read the script. If he's in it, I'll do it. If he's not, I won't. I don't even need the script. If he's in it, I'll do it. If he's not, I won't."
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, because he said he's like, we became so yin and yang that I didn't even read scripts at that point. My only question was, is he in it? If he is, I will. So
then he's done playing the Joker then?
Yeah, no, he retired from it. He said that he won't do it again because especially now that Kevin's gone.
Isn't
that interesting? That's kind of cool. They had that kind of camaraderie.
Neat, yeah.
It's like, if he does it, I'll do it because I'm like the yin to his yang.
How sad is that, dude? And then man, I feel like we're getting so old. Kevin Conroy passed away. Now Arlene Sorkin has passed away.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, we have to mention at the time of shooting this, Carl Weathers.
We just found out today.
Yes.
Yeah, Carl Weathers passed away.
That's
suddenly
another huge one.
at the age of 76, which, by the way, he did not look like he was
Oh, that guy
76. I
looked
did not
good.
realize he was that old. Yeah, that is heartbreaking. He was doing a bunch of projects recently, including Grief Karga in the Mandalorian series. So
he was directing episodes of the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Man, so our condolences to his entire family and everyone
76.
over at Lucasfilm and man, yeah.
Dude, he's
crazy.
freaking Apollo Creed.
I feel like we're losing so many people in the last few years.
It's always sad when they do like the Oscars or the Grammys and stuff, and at the end they'll do like the people in that industry. If it's like the Grammys, it's all the music artists that died. It's always like, and then a lot of times they go under the radar where I'm like, that person passed? I had no idea.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, that was sad news. And it came the same day we found out that the U.S. had strikes on Iran. So hey, it was a good day. Good things all the way around.
Freaking A.
2024. Don't you do 2023 to me, 24.
Let's talk about fiction again. All right, so let's go in the land.
Retreat.
Go back to the land of make believe.
Speaking of moving away from DC and sad things, this past week we got our first official reveals and discussions and look at the Universal Studios Epic Universe, their new massive theme park in Orlando, Florida. And we were talking about it earlier, but this theme park, I think, could, just like their first two Wizarding World of Harry Potter worlds did in the theme park industry, I think this theme park is going to set a new standard of expectations from fans and theme park goers of what to expect.
My oldest, because they have a 7-minute like teaser trailer, and we all watched it together. My oldest, when it was done, because we'll get into it, I guess. Well, we're already talking about it. But one of the big things with it, so like, there's different worlds, right? You got Dark Universe, you got the Mario world, you got How to Train Your Dragon, and Harry Potter. It's just 4, right? The 4?
It's 5 altogether, I believe. So you have Celestial Park.
That's like the main one.
Celestial Park, yeah. You have Celestial Park, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which is called, I had the actual map here pulled up. It's Dark Universe, Super Nintendo World, Celestial Park, Wizarding World, Ministry of Magic, and How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
So as far as big IPs, it's like the 4. You got How to Train Your Dragon, Harry Potter, Universal Monsters, and Mario or Nintendo.
IP-driven portions, but the Celestial Park is a whole section.
There's 2 cool things. One, at the very back of the park, there's a hotel that's inside the park.
The Helios.
Yeah, not like, you take a tram or you're 2 minutes away. No, it's literally like you could look out your hotel window and see the attractions and then go down to the lobby and just be in the park, which is nuts.
I'm all on board for that.
But the coolest thing, I think, is that you take portals because they're actual worlds, right? So we're used to lands with Disney World and even normal Universal where you go to like Galaxy's Edge, Frontierland, Fantasyland. We're used to that. But the way they're doing it is very smart. And my oldest, mine was blown because there's actual like portals and gates they build that I guess is going to have like massive LED screens and stuff that when you're walking through it, it makes it feel like you're actually
being transported
through an actual portal. And the way they show, she's like, what? You actually go through a portal? Like we could go, like in her brain, because she's only 6.
Right.
She's like, wait, so we just go to a portal and then we're in Florida? And I was like, no. No. I was like, it's a portal in the park. I didn't want to break the magic for her completely. Right. So I kind of like went around it. I was like, no, once you're in Florida and you go through the portal in the park, then you're in the new world, which is technically true. Right. But she's still young. I don't want to be like, no, it's all smokes and mirrors. I was like, no, but when you get there, you go through the portal.
Also, Santa Claus isn't real, honey.
Yeah. You go through, and she was just like, we gotta go. I'm like, she just kept asking. I'm like, it's not even open until next year. But she's like flipping out. Like the portal thing is a really brilliant idea. Yep. And having like a kid has that magic still in their head, I'm like, oh, this is brilliant. Because like when you go and they see it, they like are gonna think, I just got transported to like Mario World. Exactly, I just got transported to the Ministry of Magic.
It's so smart.
Yeah.
They actually initiated, Universal Studios actually initiated that with Diagon Alley. Because if you go to their world, they use kind of very similar to Disney's approach, that central hub approach. They kind of deviated. Well, Universal Studios deviates from that completely, but Islands of Adventure did kind of their own version of kind of a central hub where there's like it's a lagoon and everything centers around the lagoon and then it breaks up into the different lands. But when they designed the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, there's like a gateway to that. So, and that was kind of like not a big deal. It was kind of common. They did the same thing for Jurassic Park area where you walk through the big gates and the whole thing. But when they built Diagon Alley, they actually created a front-facing facade and you cannot see Diagon Alley at all. You can't see, and the same thing for the King's Cross station where you get onto the Hogwarts Express. It just looks like the actual King's Cross station from England.
Yeah.
And then the exterior of Diagon Alley just looks like English houses and stuff, like shops and whatever. And you have to actually walk through a portal wall and it makes the sound of the bricks moving and the whole thing to where you feel like you're being transported into this other world. And then Disney copied it with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, where you kind of have to walk through a walkway. Yeah. And it's not as elaborate, I didn't feel.
It wasn't. It's still kind of cool. I remember when I took my kids last year, they were like, what?
Yeah, still very cool, but it didn't feel as elaborate. But this is them taking what they did with Diagon Alley to another level, it seems, and creating like a whole world, like, or theme park around that concept of transporting you through a portal. Because then there's an exterior facade for each one. And all you can really see is the central landmark of each land. Yeah. So like in the Wizarding World, Ministry of Magic, it's the giant hand holding up the Elder Wand. Yeah. And they have these central statues or whatever where you can see. Such a cool concept. And the lands are crazy.
Dark Universe is the one I'm most excited for.
Me too. Because it's so different.
It's Well, I love Universal Monsters, and for them to be getting spotlight again, because Universal, I've said it before, Universal Monsters is the first like film universe. Like everyone's like MCU, Marvel. It's like Universal Monsters did this like what in the 60s, 50s, because all those movies were connected.
Very much so. And even the Celestial Park, it's built off of like Greek. You can tell it's like Greek, somewhat Roman mythology, and very much kind of like what Rockefeller Center did. Yeah, but in a theme park type scale. But the Dark Universe I'm stoked to see what they did with that. The exterior facade with all of the trees overgrowing the portal,
Dracula's
and
castles there.
It looks like but it's a manor. So I'm not sure if it's Dracula or if it's Frankenstein's manor, one or the other. Either way, it looks insane.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
The attractions, there's a dual chasing roller coasters. It's just so many different things. They won't say what the Ministry of Magic attraction is because they're saying it's so good it has to be a surprise.
You think it's going to be the mine train thing? I
think it's going to be elevators.
Elevators,
yeah,
like a drop ride.
I think it's going to be a drop type ride. I think it's going to be an elevator based ride, which is going to be so much fun. But from what I've read in some of the rumors of like patent filings and things like that, they're saying it's going to be a first of its kind type of attraction. So, but they're doing that with a lot of things, like in Super Nintendo area, they're doing this Donkey Kong ride that they don't have anywhere else in the world. Dude. It's the biggest one that they've built anywhere in the world. And the Donkey Kong ride, you're going to be in the game. It's crazy what they're doing.
Frankenstein's windmill, Tim. And there's a theater.
So awesome. Yeah.
There's a theater in Dark Universe. Why is there a theater in Dark Universe?
I'm excited to find out.
Wait a minute.
I am excited about it.
I didn't see that when I watched it. There's a theater. So they have Frankenstein's windmill, Dracula's castle, and a massive like amphitheater. Why is there an amphitheater?
I can't wait to find out. I'm telling you, man, me and Arris are both like, we love theme parks. We both love them. So I'm stoked about this. And you better believe we're going to try and get there to do like when they do the previews and everything so that we can show you guys the worlds and experience it and bring that to you guys on the show. Because that's going to be fun.
I'm seeing like, these maps that tells you, because they didn't show this in the actual official trailer.
No,
but these people
not this way, no.
Yeah, they're showing you like what everything's going to be. Like you got Mario Kart, Donkey Kong coaster, the Yoshi's ride, Toad Cafe. Oh, it's a Yoshi family ride. Dang, that's crazy. I need this now.
I'm stoked. Dude,
but you know what? They're going to make you sell your kid to go there, though. That's true. That's what they're going to do.
Especially if you want to stay at that Helios Hotel. Oh, dude, that's going to be sell your left arm
And I don't even know if it's going to be worth it to go the first 2 years, just because
It's going to be packed.
even if you could afford to get there, are you going to be able to do it? It's going to be so crowded.
Yeah, but still, it's going to be epic.
Get
it?
Is it going to be an epic universe?
I don't care, man. I love theme parks. We both do. But this is like next level stuff, and that excites me because I'm always like, what could theme parks do differently with the technologies that we have to make things more immersive, and the idea that they're building a whole theme park that, by the way, is the size of the current Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios in Orlando combined. It doubles the size of Universal Studios in Florida. So it's massive, right? And the fact that they're building an entire theme park on that concept of like taking things up to another level with technology, I'm like, I gotta see it.
You know what? As much as excited I am to go here and stuff like that, I told you earlier, when it opens, it might be prime time to go to Disney World, though. Because everyone's going to be wanting to go to the new fancy toy in town in Orlando. So, Disney's going to be like, wait, buy one, get one, bro. BOGO.
Meanwhile, you're going to be driving past Universal like longing eyes.
I don't know. Disney I still love Disney.
I do.
For all of Disney's faults and dumb things they may have done recently, they still own a piece of my heart.
And it's especially so because you've got young ones. So it's
and I see the magic through their eyes now, and they're doing all this stuff for the first time. Like when I last went, I'll periodically go back on my phone and watch some of the videos, like where they're like, "Whoa!" and it's just like, because it's totally different now. It's fun for me, but you're really going for them because you're like, cool, right? Is it cool? Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
It's true. Yeah, when all my kids were between the ages of like 2 and 12, that was like the magic window. When we would take them to like Disney and stuff like that. And then once they all started getting a little bit older, it's kind of shifted to Universal. They love Universal now. Everybody loves, when can we go back to Universal sort of a thing. So that window is really fun to take with your kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of love it anyway. I'm a Disney fan in that way, like the old school Disney stuff, which, they took that hub concept, that central hub Universal did of this new park from the original. Well, Disney was the one who came up with that idea.
Yeah. I still need to go to Disneyland. So I've never been to Disneyland.
Pretty great.
And it's smaller, so it's probably easier to navigate, get things done.
It's kind of like Universal, like Universal Orlando now, where you go to one place and it's two parks side by side.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that.
Yeah. Their food seems better, though, than Disney World I've seen. Like when everyone reviews it.
That's definitely true.
Oh, the land food is better?
True.
It seems like
Unless
they put more
you're going
effort.
to Epcot.
Food
in Epcot
I'm not
really
down, but Disney has some, they've got some pretty good food. But as far as like...
They got some pretty bad food too, though.
But as far as like all the, what do they call it? The Instagrammable food, where it's like this churro that's got like orange pixie dust, and it looks like, Tinkerbell farted on it. Like, I don't know. I don't know. She's a fairy. I imagine she farts
I'm sure
pretty
it's in there
things.
somewhere. So when she's flying down from the castle, she just
the gold dust.
She gold dusts your ice cream.
Yeah.
But as promised the last time, which by the way, we failed to mention, we skipped a week of the podcast because
they probably wouldn't have realized.
They'd realize, believe me, they realized. Yeah. So I mentioned it on the regular show, but schedule has been. It's been disrupted quite a bit the first 3 weeks of the year. I know. He's showing me the
Dark Universe entrance.
The Dark Universe entrance.
My God.
The theming looks insane.
Scare me, Universal. Scare me.
But we're getting the schedule back on track. But last episode, we promised we were going to do a buy or sell on all the movies coming out in 2024. So we've got the list here, and we're already done with January. So let's just go right to February.
Yeah.
There was nothing good that came out in January.
There wasn't.
So let's start in February, and that is going to lead off with, it's Argyle. Are you going to see Argyle? So we're going to do buy or sell. I want to see it. I don't want to see it. Buy or sell. Argyle, the new move, spy, action comedy, whatever with Henry Cavill.
It's getting mediocre reviews, but buy because I'll watch anything with Henry Cavill.
Okay. That's a fair pitch.
Yes.
And I think I'm in alignment with that.
Yes.
Is it Guy Ritchie directed?
Yes.
It is.
It is.
It feels very
I like Guy Ritchie though, too. He's kind of hit or miss, but I do love his style. It's super unique.
Speaking of Henry Cavill and Guy Ritchie,
Hmm.
did you see the trailer that just dropped for that World War II movie
Yes.
with them?
Yes.
It is the most Guy Ritchie thing
Yes.
I've seen in a while.
Yes.
And I'm going to have to see it. I'm going to have to see it. It looks just like popcorn fun. Okay, so we're both seeing Argyle. Next.
Oh, wait, no. Matthew Vaughn directed Argyle.
Okay.
Guy Ritchie is the
Okay.
Civil War one you just mentioned.
Yes. No, not Civil War. It's
Or
World War II.
World War II, sorry, yeah.
Okay, I can see that too.
Mhm. Which is why he made those comments recently with James Gunn, because he's doing press right now. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so next up, Madam Web. Buying or selling?
Sell.
Yeah. I'm a sell too.
To be fair, any Sony spinoff film, like even when Craven comes out, sell.
Yeah, I don't usually
Did I get ahead of the horse right here?
A little bit.
Okay.
usually we're like both like we're gonna go see it regardless.
Yeah.
But in recent years, man, it's gotten to the point where we're just kind of like, I'll skim it. I'll skim it just to see what needs to be said, discussed, because they're just too rough.
We are out of the era of if it's Marvel or DC, I'll see it. It has to be like something that piques my interest, Marvel or DC. Yeah, I'm not just gonna see anything that has a Marvel or DC logo on it anymore. You definitely have to earn it now.
I completely and utterly agree with that. So we're both selling on that. Next up, Bob Marley, One Love, the biopic on Bob Marley.
I haven't seen a trailer on it, but I mean,
What?
I haven't. But
they've been everywhere.
Who's the guy playing Bob Marley? Is awesome.
Yeah, I can't.
He was in what was it? Secret Invasion.
He was in Secret Invasion.
He was the main villain in Secret Invasion. He's like a heartthrob, I feel, too. I think all the ladies swoon over him.
His name's Kingsley Ben-Adir.
Yeah. That's like the guy, like all the ladies are like, oh.
Yeah. He's he's actually a good actor. He was the really only good part, I thought, about Secret Invasion.
For sure. I will probably see it because Bob Marley, and he's a good actor. Yeah. So, bye.
I'm going buy, too, because it looks fantastic, and two, I love Bob Marley, so that's a buy for me as well. All right, next on the list, we're going Dune Part 2. This is kind of it's like, of course.
Yeah, it's a buy all day. Yeah.
Did you like the first one? Because you were kind of,
I will say,
a little bit.
I was a little underwhelmed with it. I liked it, but I didn't, personally, I wasn't like, this is the second coming. Although I will say, I watched it late at night. I fell asleep.
I was alone.
Yeah, and I had to rewind a little bit of it. So I'm gonna give it another rewatch before I watch the second one. But
I am also gonna rewatch it, but just because I loved it that much.
Yeah, I mean,
I
need to watch it again. I definitely need to watch it again.
Yeah, I mean, again, Dune was Star Wars before Star Wars.
This is true, but Star Wars is better.
I mean, I feel like Dune. I feel like Dune is the Star Wars for like the Blade Runner crowd.
I will say Dune is definitely the more quote unquote sophisticated version.
Yes.
But we all know I like the more popcorny sci-fi fun adventure stuff. So that's why I lean more on the Star Wars. Which I think
get down with both.
I mean most people are probably in my camp though anyway, because Star Wars is like Star Wars.
I mean,
it's one of the most successful IPs in the world.
It's way more known and popular and all that stuff. All right, next up is Spaceman with Adam Sandler hitting Netflix.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the trailer for that?
I did.
Paul Dano's the big spider?
Yeah.
Bro, that looks awesome.
I saw it, and I'm a sucker for any serious role played by Adam Sandler. Mm-hmm. I love him in serious roles. I think he is wildly underused in serious roles, and that's his choice. He kind of can do what he wants.
Did you see the top comment on the trailer was like, so glad to see Aragog getting work.
Yes, I did.
It's like the discrimination has ended.
Yes, I saw that comment. It was brilliant. So good. But this movie looks really good.
No, yeah. Adam Sandler and Paul Dano.
Yeah.
Like, they're both incredible actors.
Yeah.
I'll say it all the time. I think a lot of people are realizing it now, but Adam Sandler is a better serious actor than comedic actor, which says a lot because he's a comedic icon. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, like list goes on and on.
Yeah, man.
But he's just when he wants to act, he throws down.
Dude, it's no joke.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever seen, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you had the Uncut Gems film that came out, and even the one he plays with a basketball scout.
Yes.
What was the name of it?
That's another Netflix film.
Hustle.
Yes.
Great.
What's the one from years ago, the 9/11 film where he lost his family and he got like a settlement?
Oh, yes. What was the name of that movie? I can't remember off the top of my head, but almost every serious
movie
role
made
he's
me
ever been in.
cry.
Yeah, really
that
good,
freaking because the story was great where he got a settlement because his family died, but it's like the whole point was like, I don't want my money, I want the freaking love of my family.
I want my family.
Oh, so good,
so good,
so good.
So yeah, both of us are a buy on that one. All right, next up we've got Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes,
where he plays a bouncer. It's a remake of the Patrick Swayze movie from the late 80s.
It looks so much fun. It looks so much fun.
Arris is like, no. Arris is like, it's Jake. It's a rock Jake Gyllenhaal shirtless. I'm in.
Jake Gyllenhaal is the GOAT, Tim.
He is awesome.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal. But it just looks like a fun action movie. And Conor McGregor is just playing himself, I feel like.
100%. Like he came in and said, just do whatever feels natural to you, Conor.
Dude, because
he just came walking in with his
that's how he walks. Yeah. And because he could kill someone in real life. He is a terrifying human being. He's like one of the best MMA fighters of all time. So it's just like, yeah, of course you get him because like he's just being him. He's that terrifying in real life. He would literally kill me.
Yes, for sure.
With a pinky, mind you.
But it's mostly because he's crazy. He's a crazy guy.
Yeah, but also, Tim, he's literally one of the most revered MMA fighters of all time.
There's a lot of people that push back on that. Say he was overrated.
Sure, get in a ring with him.
Not this guy.
He's crazy.
Yeah, he's good. That's right. He's the kind of guy who would bite your ear if he was losing. You know, bite your ear off.
Mike Tyson.
You know what I'm talking about. It's feral. All right, so we're both a buy on that one because it just looks like fun.
Yeah, it does.
And Doug Liman directed.
Oh yeah.
So it's got a great director.
It's going to Prime.
Yeah. So we're both in on that.
Yeah.
Next up, Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh. Bye.
First of all, let's be honest. It's a biopic about me. All right. The Kung Fu Panda movies are just an altered. It's a biopic.
Typo.
Yeah, from a different era where they just placed me in a different era.
Although
it's to disguise my identity.
Where is the Furious 5?
I don't know. Are you one of them?
No, but like that's like
could be.
They're not in the trailer, and everyone's like, "Where's the 5?"
That's true.
Where are they?
They're in there. They got to be
because you're bringing back all the villains from the first 3.
Yeah.
With this villain that could basically become any of the past villains, which it's our homegirl.
Oh,
Amanda Waller.
No, yeah.
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis.
Oh, man, I love me some Viola Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis. I think she's my favorite actress.
She's fantastic.
I think she's my favorite actress in Hollywood.
Fantastic.
Anything she's in, I could watch that woman fold clothes. She's just so good.
Yeah, no, she's. I don't have a bad thing to say about her.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm all in on. And a lot of people are like, the third one was bad, and the second one, it's like who it's played. I don't care. I love the Kung Fu Panda movies.
I'm a sucker for Jack Black.
I feel like I see a part of myself.
Oh my god, I'm a sucker for Jack Black because he seems like a genuinely cool dude in real life.
Yeah.
And then Viola Davis. So you put that as like the main antagonist. I'm all in.
Yeah. So we're both in on that.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire.
Yeah.
We're both seeing it. Even if it sucks, we're both seeing it.
The Afterlife was great though.
Afterlife was
great.
Really
I don't
good.
know if they're gonna hit that again.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but also Paul Rudd is in it.
Yeah, and he's like a full Ghostbuster now.
And that I gotta see.
You saw the newest trailer, right?
Yes.
Where it opens up, recreating the scene from the first one.
No, I didn't see this.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell. Okay.
Yeah, don't say anything.
But
no, I didn't see
everyone knows. Recreated the scene.
Oh, I gotta go watch that. I didn't see it.
I was gonna go in it because they may have brought people back as well.
Oh boy. That's a definite buy for both of us for sure. Next is the first Omen prequel to The Omen. I feel like you have to see it because you are the Omen guy.
But I don't think I've seen the first Omen.
Yeah. Okay. So let me explain what I mean by that. Arris has this thing that he does just at total random. You never know when it's coming. Something will happen that is ironic in some way or whatever. And he just randomly will burst out. Sometimes he rips his shirt off. Sometimes not. You never know how it's going to go down. But he just screams, "It's an omen!" And he takes off in a direction and you don't know where he's going, when he's coming back.
It's been a
Even
minute.
if he's coming back, he might not. We don't know. But this has been a random Arris move for as long as I've known this man, which is like 20 plus years at this point.
Yeah.
So that is why I feel like you have to see this movie.
Just based on that alone.
Just that alone. It's your movie.
I think there was there even an Omen last year? I don't even know.
It was too depressing.
Yeah, I don't think there was an Omen. It's because it's very.
If it was an omen, it was an omen of doom.
Yeah, but I think I haven't seen a trailer, so I don't know. I'm gonna
such a depressing.
I'm gonna say sell just because I don't know about this franchise.
Right. Well, I'm not huge on horror, so it's a sell for me.
Yeah,
and it's like whatever. Okay, so we're both sell. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
Bye.
Yeah, bye, both of us. Mm-hmm. Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver. I'm a sell.
I'm a reluctantly buy. Or a very reluctant buy.
I'm a sell, and that's coming from somebody who hasn't even watched the first one, just purely based on the.
I watched the first one.
Heard
it
about
was horrendous.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I'm in it now.
It's too late.
I'm in it.
You're neck deep.
Yes. Yeah. I need, for better or worse, I need to know.
You have to wade through the mud to get to the other side.
And it's just become an entity now, right? Where
it's a life.
People have to watch it just so when other people talk about it, you can know. Uh-huh. So I just have to know.
You're part of a community of sorrow.
I have to know why they're crying. Yeah. So I'm going to have to watch it.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, I understand. I might end up there with you. I don't know. It just
plus
depends.
I don't even think anyone cares about spoilers. But at the end, it sets up an Anthony Hopkins robot C-3PO type for the next film. So I need to know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. That's a buy.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
A buy all day.
I didn't even know. I don't even need to know what the movie is. You say just Gosling and Emily Blunt.
Yeah, those two people.
Because she's also another one of my favorites, and so is he.
So that's for sure. And the movie looks like one, hilarious, and two, a ton of fun. For
sure.
So buy for both of them. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
That's another.
Obvious buy. It's George Miller, follow up to Fury Road. I mean, just get out of here. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Another
is Matt Reeves doing this one?
I don't think he's directing this one.
Whether he is or isn't, though, it's another buy for me.
It looks really good. So yeah, I went into a different place.
Is Andy Serkis back as Caesar?
I don't know that he is.
That would be depressing.
Yeah, I don't know. They've got somebody else over there crawling on all fours. If the movie by John Krasinski and Ryan Reynolds starring the Imaginary Friend movie.
Yeah, with from The Office, Steve Carell.
Steve Carell as the voice. That movie. Okay, I'm just gonna say this is gonna sound ridiculous. This is in my top 3 to 5 movies I can't wait to see in 2024. I can't wait to see this movie. I'm kind of a sucker for family films in this way, but good ones. And the
end. So I'm a sucker for family films too because I have two little kids in that age range, and this was another family film. So when these trailers come out, I like to watch it with them. So I call them in the living room, we watch it. So at the very end, when Ryan Reynolds is like, "Don't look me in the eye," she's like, "Which eye?" He's like, "You know damn well which eye." And then it pans to the imaginary friend or whatever.
Yeah, the imaginary friend.
My oldest daughter started crying in laughter because it's like this decapitated marshmallow thing with its eyes dripping.
So good.
She starts laughing so hard, which makes me laugh so hard.
And it's the perfect mix of a great concept, Ryan Reynolds as the lead actor. So you got his humor.
Who creates a naked imaginary friend?
With the writing of John Krasinski, who's really good and also has a great sense of humor. I'm 100%.
And Steve Carell's the main the main if.
Oh God, you got
and
Steve
Emily
Carell.
Blunt is one of the ifs. So
come on, man. That's going to be a great one. I think. The Garfield movie, voiced by Chris Pratt.
That's a buy for me. I got a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. I'm going to have to take them to see that, for sure.
There's no
getting out of it.
No, that's for sure. That is for sure. My kids are older, but I'm still going to say buy just because I loved Garfield as a kid and I'm curious.
My oldest, Olivia, actually, she found the old, the early 2000s Garfield cartoon. And one day, we're just like, "Are you watching Garfield?" She's like, "Yeah."
No way.
And she's 10 episodes in, and she just became a Garfield fan all by herself. So much so. This one hurt me. We went back and had to watch the early 2000s live action Garfield with Bill Murray Garfield. Mm-hmm. And they weren't, but we watched both of them. No. She liked them, obviously, but I'm like, So obviously I have to see this.
Well, she's
Garfield.
Got great taste.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So yeah, we're both buy on that. Ballerina, the John Wick spinoff with Ana de Armas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That for sure.
Yeah.
All day.
I have to see anything John Wick related.
And she's awesome.
And
so she's probably gonna be great in it.
She's great. I just have to see what they do with it. Even though the Continental wasn't very good.
I didn't watch the Continental.
It's not very good.
Really? I didn't hear much about it.
And I will say the John Wick movies, it started to getting repetitious and it started to wear out its welcome a little bit with the action moves because they weren't very there's only so much you can do.
The first one is by far the best.
Oh yeah. That set the tone.
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, so good.
The boogeyman.
So yeah, I'm gonna have
pencil. And
so
you
good.
decided
so good
to kill the dog his dead wife gave him.
It's not what you did. It's who you did it to. So good. That one of the best action lines ever.
Can I tell you something? Like, no joke. I feel like once a year I'll go back and rewatch that scene on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
That is one of the most badass breakdowns to set up a character.
To
like,
establish a
when
person.
I first watched it, I'm sitting there because I watched it in my living room. I'm like, who the freak is? Because you're like, who did he just mess with? Like, because the way they built that up, you're like, oh no,
so
you're
good.
dead meat, mister.
It's so good. One of the best establishing
the
scenes
boogeyman,
ever.
Baba Yaga. Because the dad is like, son, you just killed us all.
Yes, he stole John Wick's car, sir. Oh. So good.
And you decide to kill his dog.
So good.
Oh my God. Oh man.
So good.
Because it's cutting while you see John Wick hammering.
Yes.
Because he retired.
He's breaking up the concrete floor.
To get his guns, to get his gold. Oh.
Yeah, man.
He's about to go to work.
I'm going to have to watch this again.
Yeah, the first one is amazing. One of the best action films of all time, I would say.
You know what? Honestly, you know who's the biggest fan of this is my wife.
I mean,
Anna,
it's great.
Like when she never asks me to go to the movies ever. She's not a huge go.
Whenever they come out,
but when a John Wick is coming out, she's like, "You're gonna take me to see that, right?" I'm like, "Well, obviously, it's the only thing you ever asked to go see."
I think I need to watch the new one again. I mean, the first one, one again.
So good. Bad Boys 4.
Bye.
Guilty.
I can't. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be a cell. Even though the third one was fun, I'm going to be a cell just because I'm like, all right, already.
Do you remember in the second one?
You know why I'm going to have to see it? My wife. She is also a huge Bad Boys fan. Loves Bad Boys.
I mean, I can't blame her.
Bad Boys, John Wick. That's
the
my wife's
first two
franchises.
Are amazing. The scene where like Martin
every
Lawrence,
man in the audience, by the way, just went, and you're complaining about what?
Yeah. Where they're interrogating I say Martin, but you know, they're interrogating the boyfriend, the date of his young daughter before he goes out on a date.
Oh,
you remember? Dude.
That scene is iconic.
That's the second one, I believe, right?
It's so good.
Or when the dead bodies are falling out as they're in the car chase and they're running over dead.
Good.
Bro, just
so good.
Are you feeling a dead woman's boob? Bro. I like almost passed out the first time.
The first two are really good. And the third one was fun too. It's just like, I'm kind of like, okay, now you're going to milk it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of.
Hey, it's Will Smith's redemption.
Is it?
He's going to try to make it. Because he's also doing, oh man, I'm so bad at bringing this up. He's doing
Legend.
I Am Legend with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Which I'm curious about.
Purely because Michael B. Jordan. Because Michael B. Jordan's another name of like, yeah, I'm in if he's in it.
Yeah.
So.
And Will Smith is like, please let me be okay again.
Yeah. Has it been 5 years? Hollywood does this thing where it's like they'll shun you for 5 years and then maybe they'll let you back in.
No, he hasn't paid his penance yet. Inside Out 2. Disney Pixar.
Okay. We talk about something, Tim. When they announced that like the new like personality trait or emotion, whatever.
What is the new one?
Anxiety. Anxiety. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be great.
Who's voicing it?
I forget, but it seems like I think we could all relate of the way the world's been going the last few years. That anxiety is probably on the top of a lot of people's lists as far as emotion goes.
Used frequently.
So I think Pixar is like, dialing in on that. They're like, yeah, people are gonna relate. And I'm in.
I wasn't it's not my favorite Pixar movie in general, the first one.
It's not, but it's still really good.
I'm very neutral on this, but I'll probably still end up seeing it. So I guess I'll like lightly buy.
Yeah.
Like I'll buy if it was on sale.
Again, the thing with all these Pixar movies and stuff like that, I'll just pretty much, because I have kids and they'll be like, let's go see it. And then I'll just end up taking them.
That's very true. Yeah. Quiet Place, day one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a buy.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
a buy.
buy. Yeah.
The first two were just
John Krasinski.
amazing.
Yes.
I feel like the second one was better than the first one. So yeah, I'm in on that one. The Bike Riders, which is the period piece about the biker gang. I think it's from the 60s.
I haven't seen a trailer on this or anything.
Who's the guy who plays Elvis? What's his name?
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler. So it's him. Let's see. I got the.
By the way,
it's him. Tom Hardy. Norman Reedus is in it. Michael Shannon is in it. Yeah. No, the cast is amazing. And it's a 1960s set biker drama, boasts a stellar cast, blah, blah, blah. And it's directed by, I can't remember who, but it looks really good. I'm a buy on that one.
Yeah. No, just I haven't seen anything on it. Those names alone, I'm buy.
Yeah. And Tom Hardy is the leader of the gang.
Of course,
and he's trying to get. He mentors Austin Butler's character, and he tries to get like pass the torch.
Is there a trailer?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yeah, you got to watch it. It looks really good. All right, so I'm a buy on that one. You're definitely a buy just based on the cast. Despicable Me 4, 100%.
Buy
100%.
Some of my favorites.
Twisters, a loose sequel to Twister. Okay, that's happening. Yeah, we got a little bit of a yeah. So that's a thing. That's coming out later this year. I have to see this movie.
I'm not going to do.
I have a moral obligation. I don't care how bad this movie is, and it's probably going to be terrible. I have to see it because the 90s Twister movie is one of my, still to this day, is one of my guilty pleasures with Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. I freaking love that movie. A young, what's his name? Guy who played in Mission Impossible 3, he died of a drug overdose. Really great actor, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, Philip.
Young Philip Seymour Hoffman is one of the radio guys, radar guys, whatever. So good. It's terrible, but so good. Tying themselves off.
I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do. I'm going to sell.
You're going to sell?
Because I'll watch it. I'll watch it on streaming. I'm not
that surprised by that. I'm not that surprised
because
you're not as attached to it.
Yeah, I like the first Twister, but yeah.
All right, that's fair. This is an obvious one. Deadpool 3. We already talked about it. Both buys all day long.
That's literally, I think, my most anticipated film of the year.
It's up there for sure. Borderlands.
Oh yeah.
I don't really even know that much about the game.
Neither. To be fair, I haven't played the game either, but like I know enough about the world that I want to see the film.
Yeah, I think I'm a buy on that one too, just purely out of curiosity. Even though there's a bunch of gaming like fans of Borderlands right now that are screaming at us through the screen and the radio, whatever you're listening to this on. I said radio like it's 1987. Alien Romulus.
Yes.
By Kraven the Hunter.
Sell.
I'm a sell too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell.
I'm curious, but notice the pattern here.
I'm telling you, everyone knows I'm the comic book guy, but you got to earn my money. Yeah. You got to earn my money now, Marvel.
I completely agree. Beetlejuice 2. Bye.
Did you hear what the name is?
I did. Now I just forgot.
Beetlejuice. How?
Is that what it is? I thought there was a subtitle.
No, it's called Beetlejuice because you say his name 3 times.
Right. Don't say it the third time.
Exactly.
That's
brilliant
awesome.
marketing. And then
because it's 2. Yeah.
Yes. And then
that's really good.
The release date on the poster, you see Beetlejuice holding the ticket.
Yes, that's what I saw.
It's the ticket from on the underworld where he's in the waiting room.
Right.
The marketing is brilliant thus far. So good.
I'm actually really excited about
Beetlejuice. Oh man. And Jenna Ortega from have you seen Wednesday, by the way?
I haven't. I loved Wednesday. I haven't. My daughter Becca saw it.
I'm a fan.
Liked it.
I'm a fan. I'm waiting for season 2. But she's playing the new female lead for Beetlejuice in here.
She plays the Winona Ryder character.
Yeah, even though Winona Ryder is in it.
She's in it. Well, I should say Winona Ryder type character, not the actual Winona Ryder character.
I'm so in for Beetlejuice.
So that's a buy for both. Joker Folie à Dieu.
Oh, Joker 2. Yes, that's probably my second most anticipated movie.
I'm going to sell.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm buying that. Yeah, I have to see it.
Woo,
my heart
just raced a little bit.
Look, the first one was so good. Even though the concept of the sequel is so weird to me, I have to see it just because the first one was so brilliant.
Joaquin Phoenix gave one of the, I think I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Joaquin Phoenix gave one of the best performances ever in the Joker.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
I remember, because just me and you saw it. It was me and you.
Yeah.
The theater wasn't all that full. And we were both like gasping and going, like grabbing each other, like, like he's crazy. Like,
Dude,
some of the performances
and there were moments
nuts.
that were so heavy.
Dude.
And it was so convincing that it left you like kind of stunned.
His like Tourette's kind of laugh.
Yes.
It was so.
Man. This whole scene
so
in the
many.
bathroom. Oh, man. It's just so good.
When he, Murray.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude,
when,
it was so
just
good.
even the way, like when he kills him on like just his awkward, it was so, I'm like, you're crazy, Joaquin. You were actually
when
crazy.
he's in the cop car at the end and everything's going crazy and he's like realizing that, oh my gosh, people were paying attention.
This is
to
like a
me.
movement. Yeah.
It was just, oh man, it was so good.
Anyway. Oh man, he's just Joaquin Phoenix.
I just have to see how they follow that up.
I don't even know. Again, we've said it when we reviewed it. There's no way you play that performance
and you're not
a little crazy.
Right.
It's too real.
Yeah,
I genuinely, I'm like, oh no, that's not acting.
I think we both said afterwards, like, does anyone have eyes on Joaquin? Like, do we know for sure he's okay? But yeah, so buy all day. Transformers 1, which is the animated film.
Oh, yes.
That everybody's been waiting for forever.
Bye.
That's a buy because it's giving us our first look at Cybertron and the battle and how it initiated and the whole thing. And I'm very interested to see what they would do with that. So that's a buy. The Wolfman, October 25th, drops. The new Wolfman. It's the latest entry in Universal's monster movies or whatever. I'm trying to see.
Wait, are they rebooting the Dark Universe?
No. I wish it's such a bummer, man. I keep saying
they should do that with Epic Universe. They should kind of tie it together.
Well, they did Renfield, and now they've got the Invisible Man is coming too, but they're not doing the Dark Universe.
Wait, Renfield
anymore.
like the comedy?
Yeah.
Wait, that's part of this universe?
It's just it's like a continuation of like
the Nicolas Cage Renfield.
Yeah.
That was a fun movie, but like that was
I only got through half
a comedy.
Of it. I really couldn't. I didn't
you didn't like it?
It was like
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was like maybe I wasn't in the mood. I don't know. But yeah, so it's got let's see, Christopher Abbott alongside Julia Garner.
Abbott! You get it?
Yes.
Because Abbott Costello.
That's actually a solid reference there. And I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait and see what it looks like. So right now I'm gonna say
it's the Wolfman. I'll probably see it. There's certain things I'm just a sucker for.
You know what? I'm gonna say buy because it's coming out on October 25th. So they're doing that part right.
Yeah.
I'm constantly saying, why do they release these movies in August, September?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you just wait and do it around Halloween? It's fun. Go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway. All right. So I'm going to say buy. You're going to say buy. We're coming to the back end of the list here. Paddington in Peru.
Oh, duh.
Dude.
Bye. It's do you want a movie to hug you? Then you got to go see it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care. If you don't like Paddington, there's something wrong with your soul. And you need to think. Really be retrospective about your life.
I suddenly have a cravings for some marmalade.
Yeah. Orange marmalade. You know what I mean? Some nice toast. So buy. That's a total buy. Venom 3. So let's see if you continue your Sony.
That one I'll buy.
I'm going to sell. I'm staying on sell.
But here's the thing. Kind of like Rebel Moon, I'm already in with the first two.
I'm in on both of those two.
It is Tom Hardy.
Oh, and it might end up. Dang it! I have to reluctantly buy this stupid thing.
I'm kind of second guessing my Craven thing because it's Aaron Taylor Johnson. I love Aaron Taylor. Oh my god.
We're probably going to end up seeing Craven. Dang it! So we might end up seeing Craven anyway. Well, no, we're going to have to see Craven anyway.
But here's the thing. Okay,
because that might add some things that we need to. I'm gonna still say I'm sticking with Cell. And I'm being dragged to it against my will.
No, I'm gonna buy on Venom.
I'm being forced to finance.
Because it might be the one that finally brings in a Spider-Man since it's the third one.
Yeah. All right, so I have to reluctantly buy on Venom 3 because that's true. Gladiator sequel.
With Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
That lovely human being.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ridley, just don't mess it up. That's like my favorite movie of all time.
I mean,
that's up there in my top 2 or 3
movie.
films.
That's one of the most iconic films.
So that's a buy, but please let it be good. I mean, I can't see how it's not, but he also made Exodus. Anyway.
Is there anyone else?
Are you not entertained?
Oh my God. Russell Crowe.
All right. Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. This is an obvious for me.
It's obvious sell, yeah.
Lord forgive him, for he does not know what he does. That's an obvious buy for this guy. I am excited to see that, and it's another. Please don't mess this up. Please don't.
Fire
Warner
sale.
Brothers.
Fire sale. It all must go.
You haven't even seen the actual trilogy. You don't count. All right, Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed actually the first two. Bye for sure.
You did, huh?
Yeah, they're fun. They're one of the kid films that I'm like, I don't mind taking my kids to see them because they're big Sonic fans, but they're also fun. I feel
I can see that. And then they weren't bad. They were cute.
Jim Carrey was fun. Jim Carrey's coming back for the third.
Is he really coming back for the third?
He's coming back for the third. They just
I know,
announced that.
Is it Knuckles is the big?
Knuckles was in the second one. That was Idris Elba.
Oh right, not Knuckles. What's the villain?
It's Mr. Robotnik.
No.
That's
the Sonic character. That's a bad guy. Idris Elba's character.
No, Idris Elba was Knuckles.
He was Knuckles?
He was Knuckles.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm remembering.
Yeah. Tails is the other. Tails is the that. Yeah.
So is Knuckles coming back?
Knuckles, I believe, is coming back to fight. Is it like Dark Flash? It's like the Black Flash. I said Flash. I'm thinking DC Comics.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Sonic. I forget the Black Sonic's name. Let's see. Is it Dark Sonic?
Dark Sonic? I don't even know.
Shadow
Sonic?
Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, Shadow.
Oh, okay.
That's the big bad. I don't think we know who's voicing it. Maybe we do.
I'm gonna sell. If I see that, it's probably gonna end up because my kids are older and I'm not like in a rush to see it. So it's probably gonna end up if anything streaming at my house. So buy and sell. Mufasa, the Lion King, the live action prequel.
Sell. That's all. Wait for Disney Plus. Sell.
Really?
Yeah.
The prequel to the Lion King.
These live action, they're losing me.
Dude, this is a biopic documentary.
They are
on Mufasa's
losing me on
times.
these live actions, ruining my childhood.
How he rose to power.
No
interest.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna sell as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was a diplomat first, and then he became a monarch after a very unfortunate incident. Whatever. Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley.
So
Eddie Murphy comes back to play
I
Axel
love
Foley.
Eddie Murphy, but I haven't seen the first one, so it's not a big thing for me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna buy just out of pure curiosity.
All right.
Nosferatu.
Oh, buy.
The remake.
Yeah, for sure. Buy. Yeah. Curiosity alone.
It's a buy, but I'm like, please don't mess this up.
Yeah, curiosity's getting me there. They know.
And the last one, The Toxic Avenger.
Starring Peter Dinklage?
Starring Peter Dinklage, indeed.
I am in. Bye.
Again, this goes into the how do you not
Let's see this film.
Even just out of curiosity.
I'm going to say it right here. I bet you, because everyone's like, I bet you this is going to fly under the radar and it's going to become like a weird cult classic. And people are going to be like, this is actually really fun. That
might actually very well become true.
I think people are going to be surprised and be like, where it's not quote unquote a good movie, but it's like a fun good movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have to see that one as well.
Plus Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger.
Come on, man.
Man, yeah.
Come on.
That was fun.
There's a couple of other ones.
We got to do this with TV shows. Next time we should do it with TV shows.
I want to do it with TV shows next for 2024.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Name me what is, just very quickly, what was your favorite movie from 2023? Just the number one. Your favorite.
Oh man, what came out last year? It's
that's not a good
start. It's blank. I'm blanking. Favorite film from oh my god, I'm really blanking. What did come out last year? It was a blur. Like I know it's definitely none of the comic book stuff.
Definitely not.
So
I didn't see a lot of the movies from 2023
because I know the go-tos for people are like, well, what about like Guardians 3 or like
Guardians 3 would go.
Blue Beetle was good. It's not my favorite film from last year.
No.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Well, because you had like Oppenheimer, you had Barbie, I
still haven't seen Oppenheimer.
Oh man, that's my number one.
I saw Barbie though.
That's my best film of 2023 by a mile is Oppenheimer. I love that, and I know there's a lot of people that didn't like it as much as I did, and that's fine. For me, that movie was his opus, Christopher Nolan's opus. It was so
his
good.
Opus.
It was so good,
his
dude.
Opus.
And man, Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer. It was just
Good
one
Burger
of those.
2.
Nailed it.
Good Burger 2.
Nailed it. There was a lot of movies. Like I loved Dead Reckoning, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. I thought that was good, although it wasn't as good as I'd hoped it was going to be. There was actually, for me, there was good movies, but there was also a lot of disappointments for me in 2023. Of all the superhero comic book based films, it definitely was Guardians 3. That was my
Guardians 3, probably, but Blue Beetle's close for me. I really enjoyed Blue Beetle. Like
You did. You loved
it was
Blue
a
Beetle.
lot of fun.
Yeah. But Oppenheimer, without question, for me, is the number one.
I unfortunately don't have an answer because I don't have to remember. If I say something, I'll probably be like, that's probably not it. I just don't remember what I saw last year.
Really?
Yeah, as far as, because it's not, because I remember all the comic book films that came out last year, but I know last year didn't have like super peak comic book films, so that's not going to be my favorite film of last year.
There's 2 2023 movies that I haven't seen that I really want to see. One is Ferrari. I really want to see that one. And the other one is The Holdovers. I love Paul Giamatti, and I heard his performance in that is like amazing.
I've been watching a lot of TV. Like
you do watch a lot more streaming, like TV
because it's for me, because like, you know, by the time I get home and do everything, like I'm tired. So it's easier to commit to like 40 minutes to an hour than to a 2 to 3 hour movie. So like, it's like, oh, I watch one episode, clear end, definitive end. I could just turn off, go to bed. So it's just kind of easy where one of the main reasons I haven't watched Oppenheimer is because it's so freaking long.
It is. It's 3 hours.
So daunting that I started a movie at 11 o'clock. It's like, this ain't going to be over till like after 1 in the morning.
I
like,
saw it
geez.
in theaters, man. I had to see that on the big screen especially because of like the sound.
Yeah. But I definitely want to watch it before the Oscars to see, because it's probably going to clean up and I want to know what all the hubbub is about.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, next time we'll do TV shows. Will be our next thing that we tackle on our 2024 list.
That one I'll probably have because I watch a lot of.
You'll have more than me on that one.
For sure.
We'll formulate the list.
Yes. Have you seen the Blue-Eyed Samurai?
No.
Oh my God. Blue-Eyed Samurai. It's an anime. It's like a
anime.
It's like American anime, but it's so good.
What's the new anime movie that everybody was making a bunch of noise about? Something in the Heron, The Boy and the Heron, or something like that. Is The Boy and the Heron? Is this from the same people that did? What was that really famous anime film? Okay, so it's the same people. I can't remember the name of the movie off the top of my head, but supposedly that one's amazing. Everybody I've talked to is like, oh, you have to see it.
Oh well, watch Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Blue-Eyed Samurai is it on Netflix?
Yes,
Netflix.
Oh my God, so good. So and it's an original property.
It's a show.
It's a show. Yeah, it's like 8 episodes, and man, I was mad when it was over. I'm like, I want more.
But is it as good as Percy Jackson? You broke me. You haven't seen the series. He hasn't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
It was.
I imagine it's much better than Percy Jackson.
My kids
though.
definitely like the Percy Jackson show on Disney Plus. It was cute.
Well, it's very rated R. I'll say that. So it's totally
Percy
different.
Jackson. It was not.
Oh yeah, so rated R.
Lots of sexual content.
Mickey. Wow, Mickey, you're getting frisky.
Calm down. House of Mouse has gone off the rails.
But in any case, that brings today's podcast to a close.
Yeah, that wraps us up, man. We'll be back hopefully with Tom next week, so that we can talk MegaCon, and we're trying to see, we might be able to get Jeff and Tom on because we want to talk about what's going on with the CGC.
So just
and all of the kind of goings on at MegaCon, but also get the next Hot 5 in here, and whatever. But anyway,
so we might have him in here next week.
Yeah, we'll see. I can't promise you that because we got to figure out the schedule. It's going to be something.
But we'll see you guys next time when we talk about all things comics.